That's probably good. I should clean up my background. Is that good? Hi! Today I'll be talking about how Markiplier would fit into the Auteur theory. Okay, so first, the Auteur theory is the theory by some French dude that the director of a film is the film's auteur or author, and each film leaves their own unique mark or touches on said movie. An example being if a movie were to be directed by Michael Bay, then... well, I can probably just show you. This theory can really be applied to all types of media, not just movies. Like how Travis Scott uses the same autotune and goes... or how painters always, use... paint. But today, I want to talk about this guy. Now, Markiplier is a nobody. I mean, I guess he has a YouTube channel with over 30 million subscribers, and is considered one of the biggest and most impactful people on his platform. But that's really it. Oh, and he has a filmography, and that's what I want to talk about today, his work as a filmmaker. Now, as this is a school project, this is technically supposed to be split into 3 stylistic choices with 2 to 3 examples for each, but I have a lot, so I'm gonna fire some off rapid style. The POV camera perspective, the embrace lower budget, the whip pan gags, the choose your own adventure style productions, and the cast of actors he likes to reuse, ranging from actual actors, his friends, fellow content creators, and even you! Yeah, Markiplier likes to have the viewer or you play a role in his productions. The reason for this likely is because he likes to include his audience into his productions similarly to his YouTube videos. This also goes along with the POV camera angle he uses for most of his projects. However, to really try to make the protagonist resemble you in any way is shown through 2 main ways. With random compliments that are intentionally supposed to be for both a male and female audience.
You look like a trustworthy somebody. I know we just met, but I am an excellent judge of character. Excellent like a fox.
And with the hands the protagonist is shown to have, with them switching from obvious male hands to obvious female hands. Examples? I think so. And with you being the protagonist, that also goes well with my next point, which is him using very simple characters in very complex and convoluted stories. For example, I don't have. For example, I have here a plot summary of one of his earlier projects. If you don't mind, I'm gonna do a little reading for you. Even worse, the resurrection process had the side effect of stripping the souls of Damien and Celine of their positive qualities, leaving them as their worst selves, and they cast the DA's soul out, trapping it in a nearby mirror. Okay. And that stars a character as complex as Abe the detective, whose whole character is that he is a detective. However, I believe he does this for a reason. Well, kinda too, because it fits into the narrative of the character named Actor Mark, who wants to use his magic to create a world where he plays a hero and he wants people to play the characters, such as the villain and etc, blah blah blah, whatever. But because Mark writes all of his projects on his own, he knows how complicated his stories can get, so I believe, to basically save his actors from trying to understand his whole work, he writes their characters very simple. That also helps when he wants to keep the same actors for different roles and different projects. Examples are Robert Rex's characters as the chef, the prison staff, and the diner staff, all being pretty shallow, almost cartoony characters.
How many times do I gotta tell you to stay out of my kitchen?
Or or his characters as Ada Detective, Warden Murder Slaughter, or Gunther B. Gunnarsson, also being fairly shallow characters.
The B stands for bullet.
Also, can I just mention how well he does with what little he's given? I mean, just look at this.
You are the bad guy! Okay, well.
That has nothing to really do with anything. I just wanted to show that he's a really great actor. Anyways, the same can really be said about most of the characters in my next point, that Mark likes to be on screen a lot. You would think in a series called Adventures with Markiplier that Mark would have a lot of screen time. And you would be absolutely right. Mark in all of his projects is on screen like 99% of the time, and sometimes not even as himself. Mark likes to play a wide variety of characters, including the mayor-turned-demon thing Darkiplier, the former Colonel Wilford Wharfstash, the prisoner Yancey, the handsome treasure hunter Illinois, I don't know why I wrote handsome, the pirate Captain Magnum, and Jim, the reporter.
And most importantly of all, which one of us is the real Jim?
All these characters have at least one thing in common, that they lead or guide the protagonist in some way, making Mark basically the center of attention in most of his scenes. Now, does Markiplier really fit into the auteur theory? Kinda, yeah. Not to say that all of his productions feel the same, but I would say there are enough similarities to say that he is an auteur. But in my opinion, and why Markiplier is important to me, what all of his projects have in common above everything else is the ability to inspire the audience into making something of their own.
You guys can make a choose-your-own adventure in your room. With the right idea, you can make anything. You got the tools to do it at your disposal.
Your iPhone camera's better than the cameras we were using at the time, like.
Exactly. Well, maybe not.
Well,
maybe not better than that. But definitely when
But,
I
like-
started YouTube, phones today are
God.
just as good, if not better. Like, it's crazy the tools that you have. And it doesn't even need to be, like, as high quality as any of this. It doesn't need to look that way, because YouTube is an open platform for you to do whatever you want. That's the beauty of it.
I think I'm done. Okay. Bye-bye.